Hey there, Brett Blair. It's Saturday, February 13th, 2010. I'm here in my office in downtown Brighton, and I wanted to talk just a couple of minutes about war. Not the Iraq War, not the war in Afghanistan, not the war or the war against terror, but the war for talent. And I know a lot of people think that war is over with, but it's just not true. Back in 1997, McKinsey & Company put out a famous study called The War for Talent, and that's when it first became well known that there was a growing gap between the number of qualified workers to fill jobs that were being created and the jobs themselves. Driven primarily by the retiring of the baby boomers, there's has been, is today, and will continue to be a shortage of qualified talent for the jobs of the future. In fact, by 2022, it's estimated that there will be 15% fewer Americans in the 35 to 45 age range than there are today. And between now and then, the U.S. economy will continue to grow at a 3 to 4% per year rate over average. Even with the recession that's just crippled the economy the past couple of years, and with record unemployment, there still is, and I believe even maybe a more acute shortage of talent, and this war for talent might even be already or very soon a bigger problem than we realize. Why do I think this? One is, as companies have done all they can to stay alive over the past few years, they've laid people off to levels that are not sustainable. And then the employees that are left are oftentimes doing one or two or three jobs, often jobs they're not really trained for, jobs they don't really care about. And therefore, that coupled with the fact that they're working incredibly long hours, oftentimes with reduced pay and lower benefits, has created a real lack of connection or commitment to their company. And quite frankly, they're just a phone call away from a recruiter of jumping ship. At the same time, oftentimes the internal HR departments have been cut, and over 40% of my competition, third-party recruiters, have also gone out of business in the past 18 months. So you put all that together, you get a scenario where, as demand for products and services increases, the ability to quickly locate and attract and hire key employees is getting more difficult, and the ability to retain those that are important inside a firm is also being more difficult. So my advice to business leaders is to right now start to pay attention to two primary things. One, identify who your key employees are, the really important, gotta have people, and start paying new attention to them. And make sure you've got the levers in place to do whatever it is to keep them committed. And quite frankly, oftentimes it's not about money, but about other things. And number two, I would recommend you begin right now looking into strategies to be prepared to recruit quickly for good talent as soon as your demand starts to pick back up. I talk to people every day in my profession, and it's becoming more and more clear that the best talent is quite often not those that have their resumes out on the career boards, but more likely those that are working for a different company, have what I call career wounds, as in they're just getting pretty tired of all the relentless pressure, and they're a phone call away from being made available for your firm. So with that, I would recommend focus on retention and focus on recruiting strategies, and I begin that fairly soon. Okay, thanks a lot, and I'll be talking to you soon.